Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend, ready for this new week. Lots of stuff going on. The most important thing is there is a lot of Fed talk this week. And if you go to TradingView and in the product in the economic calendar, you can see there is a lot of scheduled Fed members gonna talk, so that can affect market anytime. Anyhow, let's start by ES. ES pre-market right now. I mean, it was down overnight last night. It was open red, futures open red, but then we got some hope on depth ceiling. Um, there, let me just check one thing here. Yeah, we got some hope on the debt ceiling talks, and in the morning, so it went green, and then right now, Fed members start talking, and it pulled back a little bit. Anyhow, pre-market right now, 515 is downward, 30 down direction is downward. 1 hour, we got a golden cross. We're still bullish on the 1 hour on the TTM squeeze and MACD, and the 4 hour ES, we got yellow bars, so that's a good bullish sign. And but we need to get a golden cross. If we do get a golden cross on the ES, and as usual, same thing, 4150 on the SPX breaks, then we can fly higher. Otherwise, it's just gonna continue the same chop between 4111 and 4147 on SPX, and that's what it is, the trend for now. um, Weekly, MACD is curving, top line is curving flat. Still in the bull trend, but the TTM is squeezed, definitely losing the acceleration, getting dark blue bar, and that's pretty much on the ES for now. NQ, it's still above this big line, 13,350, and the next target, if we do get any catalyst to market gets crazy and go higher, the next main target we're watching is 14,156.47. Pre-market NQ5 is downward, but is recovering a little bit. In general, keep in mind, whenever market recovers, techs goes first, and because they are in the most strongest and the most bullish. And pre-market right now, 15 and 30 is already dead cross and downward. We do need to get a 5 minutes golden cross MACD at open to have a run up. Otherwise, like last few days, it can sell at open, go down, and then until midday or maybe longer, and then near close bounces back up. But we'll see. That was what the scenario was last few days. Just go down all day, and then midday or after afternoon, or 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. maybe, who knows, and then we bounce back. You gotta watch the indicators to give you guidance. What was interesting on Friday was like the 15 minutes got a golden cross on 245. So that was what was interesting at that time. That was the validation, confirmation and validation of a bounce back into the close. Anyhow, for this morning, we have this one downward, but it's still 1 hour is bullish. So if there is chances that if we do jump up at open, the 5 minutes get a golden cross, maybe 15 and 30 curve up, and we do a divergence. I mean, do a get diverted up and comes up. We'll see. Um, Done raising rate. Are you sure? So one comes, says, Fed it's done. One says, we need to raise more. So God knows what's going on. For 4 hours on the NQ, still, I mean, it's just in the range. Nothing special going on there. It's still very bullish on the daily. Until we don't have a dead cross on the MACD and the daily, we can still have a lot of deep buy and situation that goes down and run up again. And the same thing on the weekly NQs is still very, very bullish. Want to look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones actually really interesting. The weekly MACD is dead crossing, and that's not a good sign. Yes, it's a difference. I mean, they have different varieties, different names, but if Dow, market cannot, one index cannot go up alone. So we need Dow to show some strength, then others can join it too. What's interesting is Dow that 4 hours curve up, so that's golden crossing. That's maybe something's going on. Maybe the debt ceiling talks getting some outcome. I don't know. We'll see. RUT is dead, so nothing exciting there. TNX just up and down last few days. Nothing special you can see here, but just keep in mind, when it goes up, not good market. When it goes down, good for market. Pre-market right now is upward, and the week daily was dead crossing, then it diverted up, and weekly, if it still downward. DXY, the most important to watch. If anytime you see it continue rise up non-stop, can hurt the techs, and reverse continue downward fall, it can help the tech rise up a lot. What's more important is that the weekly MACD and DXY is about to golden cross, so keep that in mind. Dollar went down too much, maybe it's time to go up. And you can see here daily is very bullish on the TTM squeeze and the MACD. Pre-market right now, no special direction. If 30 and 1 hour is downward, 4 hour we get dark blue bars. So we'll see how market reacts during the hours. It's funny that all the indexes are a little bit green and VIX is green too. So that's a little bit divergent. So we'll see. Pre-market VIX is 5 is up, 1530 is upward, and the 1 hour and 4 hour is upward. The key level to VIX to look is 1812. 1812 is a super major level. If you see it passing by, let me check one thing here. If you see the VIX pass 1812, it can run up to 1865, 1951, and 2037 is the next target. But last few days, if you notice, every time you touch 1812, a little bit maybe goes higher, then it pulls back down and goes to a new low, and that's what it was. But we'll see what it does today. Just keep in mind, keep an eye on the 15 and 30 MACD. If you see 15 and 30 MACD dead crosses, that means we're gonna go higher. But for now, they're pointing up. What else we got here? BTC 3.3%, 4% higher. Pre-market right now 5 is up, 1530 no clear direction, is flattening, and the 4 hour that it did give a dead cross. The fact that on Friday it started jumping into the close was a signal that maybe it's gonna reverse, and it sure did. And so keep an eye on BTC, maybe does a little bit more temporary jump up. You want to watch coin and MSTR for trading it, you can profit from there. Apple 50 cents higher. Pre-market no clear direction on the 515, and but 30 is upward. 1 hour is golden cross, and 4 hour we still have red bar. But if we do jump a little bit higher, and if we do jump today and pass 173.53 level, and then the next target to watch is 174.59. 4 hour, if we do get a jump on Apple, can give a yellow bar on the TTM squeeze. If we do get a golden cross, then it can get very bullish. It's still very bullish on the daily and weekly, that's why the trend is up. And watch 4 hour, if you get a yellow bar, it has chance. There is a lot of money parked there, and there is a lot of expectation that Apple does a new all-time high, or at least get close to it this season. So every time it dips, it gets bought back up. So keep an eye on Apple. It's a strong name these days. Amazon made a new high last week, but it pulled back on Friday. Still on the 4 hour pullback was kind of huge at the 4 hour MACD dead cross. So the pressure is down. Keep in mind, when the 4 hour is downward, the pressure is downward, means that there is chances for sell. Even though, let's say at the open, it opens, passes 111, passes the high pre-market and goes to 111.85, but there is still pressure on the 4 hour unless it goes up and, for example, passes 112, and then the 4 hour can get bullish again and can go higher. But keep in mind, whenever the 4 hours MACD dead cross, all the jumps can be temporary and can be short term. It can be something that doesn't last more than a few hours maybe, and it can be sold quickly, unless you get validation and the 4 hour run gets a light blue bar, then that's gonna get interesting. Anyhow, pre-market right now, Amazon 5 is downward, 15 is about to dead cross 30, so there's a mixed signal. 30 and 1 hour is upward. Two key level to watch is 111.05 and 110.42. Breaks 110.42, we're looking at 108.99, 108.11. Breaks 111.85, we're looking at 112.97, 114.79, and 116.61 is a super major level, is expected to come, and because the daily and weekly is very, very bullish. But wait for the 4 hour MACD golden cross. Once that confirms and it passes the high of last week, which is 113.28, then 116.61 is easy to come. Nvidia just are up and down. Daily MACD dead cross, but keep in mind, last time that dead cross too, if you go look at the daily, you will see that it didn't have super major drop. It dropped, it got bought back up, and same thing right now. On Friday it got a dead cross, but you can see here still holding up. And no clear signal on the 515, but 30 and 1 hour is upward. You gotta pay attention to the levels on Nvidia. As soon as it opens, it can get volatile, it can jump up, it can dive, and then it goes, and a few minutes later it reverses the opposite direction. So you want to pay attention to the levels. Two major levels here is 285 and 282. Breaks 285, we're looking at 285.87, 287.11, and 288.35 to come. And breaks below 282, we're looking at 280.75, 278.96, and 276.74. In general, and the weekly and the daily, as I mentioned, is already getting bearish. And the weekly, we do get a red, light, dark blue bar on the TTM squeeze, but still the MACD is upward, and this could be a sign of deceleration or consolidation. And we'll see. I mean, Nvidia's earning is coming in on 5/24, which is gonna be in 2 weeks, I think, right? Yeah, 2 weeks. Next, not this week, next week, and yeah, next week, Monday, I think. So Wednesday actually. So this is gonna gonna keep an eye on Nvidia, and actually because the earning is next week Wednesday, and right now you got a 1 hour golden cross. If the 4 hour you see today gives you a yellow bar on the TTM squeeze, and this is start curving up, that means it could start its another run up, which we can call it pre-earning run up. So pay attention to Nvidia. If passes 285.1, we're looking at 290 to come easy, and then it could maybe run up. We'll see. But the daily is still pressuring down. But when the shorter term changes, daily can get diverted up too. So keep an eye on Nvidia anyhow. Too much on Nvidia. Baba gap up open. It just went down on Friday, then up again. 4 hour didn't dead cross on Friday. So and then right now is diverting up. And daily is still bullish. Earning coming up soon. It's on 518, and that's the most important thing that people are watching on it. Breaks 87.59, we're looking at 90.56 and 93.53 to come. Still very bullish on the 1 hour and 4 hour, but maybe you want to lock some gains that open if you're holding some. 5, 15, and 30 is curved down. Bidu, same thing, follow Baba up, and that one has the earning coming in on 516. 4 hour, you see, this is really interesting. 4 hour dead cross after market on Friday, and then right now is right away because of the gap up, golden cross up. And pre-market right now at 30 and 1 hour is upward, daily is still upward. That's the power. You see, when the daily MACD is upward, that's the power, that the buy pressure is there. Same thing I said for sell pressure. This is a buy pressure is there. So 123.93, if it passes, we're looking at 124, 126.34, and 127.83 to come. This one could have a chance to have a run up to into the earning. We'll see about that. Netflix, 348 was the high on Friday, but it didn't get a big pullback. 5 is upward, 30, 15, 31, and 4 upward. 4 hours dead cross, but it's holding up and is actually 2 points higher pre-market. And what you want to watch is 242 is a major level right now pre-market you want to watch. If it passes that one, we're looking at 343.39, 345.91 to watch next. Breaks those, we can run up to 349, 354. Netflix, they got news that George Soros is adding, the funds is adding, so keep an eye on that one. And Netflix is in a very bullish trend right now because of daily we got a light blue bar, but at the same time we have weekly red bar. So there is a mixed signal what's going on. But short term indicators saying that there is a possibility 350 to hit this week. Meta got a gap up 3 points. It was about to break 317 and it break a little few cents, but then it pulled back because of market getting a little bit weak. But it's gapped up. For pre-market right now is cooling off. 15 and 15 is downward, dead crossing already, but 30 is curving down, but it's still very bullish on the hourly, and 4 hour is about to golden cross. It's again Meta daily is pressuring down, MACD is downward, and weekly the acceleration on the weekly TTM squeeze. 317.15 breaks. We're looking at 237.15 breaks. We're looking at 240.68 next, and if it breaks that one, the next major level is 244.22. Above that is gonna be sky is the limit. 250 to 247, 253, 258 next huge targets. Tesla catastrophe on Friday. It was really good. It was really good on Friday. Pre-market was very strong. It was holding up above 175, and then it tried to break 177.59. A few times it tried to hit it. Then news came in, rumor that Tesla it's gonna get a new CEO, so it's just non-stop dive down to almost 166. Keep an eye on it. Still on 4 hours dead cross because of this big down drop and the direction, and the 1 hour is downward. It's just some mixed signal there, and just mess. 4 hours downward, daily is upward, still upward daily, and then weekly we don't have a dead cross. If weekly dead cross confirms, it's gonna be in big trouble. And pay attention, Tesla. What's the most interesting thing is that even though with all these up and down and rise up, still we don't have a yellow bar on the monthly chart on the TTM squeeze. A lot of other names they got it, or golden cross like Nvidia and the MACD, but Tesla still has way to go. Anyhow, Tesla, what you want to watch is 168 and 166. Breaks 168, run up to 170.47 or 172.15. Breaks below 166. We can go to the lower level, 161, 158. Microsoft, pre-market right now 1 point higher. 5 is golden cross, 15 is curved up, 30 1 hour is bullish, 4 hour no clear direction. Key levels to watch is 310.47. breaks that one. We're looking at the 312 and 314 next. And if it breaks below 308 as usual, next support 306, 304. 306 is acting very strong these days, last few days, so keep an eye on 306. Before, last 2-3 weeks was 304, but now 306. So the base, the support is going higher. That's a good thing. Google, pre-market right now is went down actually. I have to check if any news came in, because it just sudden fall here. Pre-market right now, it was very strong on Friday, even though other names they were weak or going down. Google was holding up very strong. But right now, as you can see here, the 4 hour MACD dead crossing, and that's not good at all. Pre-market right now, 5, 15, 30, 1 hour is all downward. 115.53 is a big support. If it can hold there, we're looking for the next major level, 114.27. 114 has to hold. If it doesn't hold, we can go retest 112, 111, and 110.06. But again, if you break, if at open deep buyers come in, 5 minutes MACD golden cross, 15 and TTM gives you a yellow bar, and they curve up, and then the MACD golden crosses, and we pass 117.58, then we can run up to 119.63, 121.41. So that's just, I'm telling you a different scenario, but no sign of it right now, but I'm just telling you if it happens. AMD 95 consolidating around it. 4 hour dead cross last week on Thursday. Next day lower. But what's interesting is, when the 4 hour MACD dead crosses and something is pulling back, you want to pay attention to the 1 hour. If the 1 hour golden crosses, that means it slow down in the drop and maybe consolidate or maybe reverse up. But for sure right now, because the 1 hour MACD golden cross on a 4 hour bearish trend, that means slow down for now. There is still chance hit retest 94.25, but pre-market right now 515 is not showing clear direction. Levels you want to watch is 94.25 and 96.26. breaks either one, can have a bigger move. Boeing a little bit higher. I mean, it's just opening like almost even from Friday. What's interesting is that the daily MACD is curving up, and I'm pretty sure if it opens, maybe it comes up a little bit more, but needs to get a golden cross. Once the MACD golden crosses, then it's gonna get interesting, and needs to break 203 for fly up. Pre-market look a little bit bullish. 1530 is upward, and 1 hour is about to golden cross. So two key levels to watch is 201 and 203, 203.11 and 201.78. SPY pre-market right now direction is down on 5, 1530 is downward. 1 hour, if MACD dead crosses, we can go lower and retest more 411, 410. Below 410.35, we're looking at 408.68 and 407. If it does break 413.8, that's a key level. That was a big resistance last few days. We're looking at 415.93 and 418.92. QQQ, again, 5 and 15 and 30 is downward. key levels to watch is 326 and 324. Breaks 326.57, we can go to 327.56, 328, and 330.8 major level to come. Below 328, you want to watch 322. That was the low on Friday. If it does break below that, we're looking at 319, 317, 315. It's all about Fed people are talking this week, so anything is possible. Market can fly up, market can dive. They have huge effect. That's pretty much it on the major names. What else we got here? If any symbol you're interested, let me know. I can look at a few of them. MSTR jump up a little bit on the Bitcoin, so 285.27 next level to watch. Past that one, can go to 294.304. Watch Bitcoin. If it jumps up higher, can get MSTR can get close to 300. FSLR was very hot on Friday. If you watched it live, you should have known that what's going on. 232 breaks, 234, 237, and 240.62 is the next target. But keep in mind, FSLR every time it makes a new all-time high, it has a pullback. So 225 is a major support to watch right now. If it goes below that, can go to 223, 221, and 219. LRCX a little bit hot, 4 hours golden cross, so keep an eye on LRCX too. If Nvidia and AMD goes up this this one passes 535, we're looking at 537, 541, and 544. Yep, that's pretty much it. The snow, somebody asked for a snow. Let me see a snow. So snow pre-market is still, and what's interesting is the snow had a huge run up. And when a name has a huge run up, you want to pay attention to 4 hours. 4 hours already dead cross, so that means it's already done with this crazy run up. Okay, but if the 1 hour golden crosses, and then we pass 169.39, then we can run up to the next low, which is 173.19 again, and that's a high of last week. Passes that one, we can run up to 179, 185. But and then also the middle levels you can watch, but for now pre-market right now 15 and 30 is upward. Two key levels to watch: 166.69. If it can hold there, 164 can come. If it jumps above 169, that's gonna get hot. 1 hour is curve up, so that there is a hope there. Still, yeah, that's pretty much it. The cloud stocks are very hot right now. Somebody asked about Disney last week. I forgot to say it, but I'm just gonna go over it. Disney is just like in deep trouble right now, and it's gonna take time to go higher. But wait for the 4 hour MACD golden cross. Even though a 4 hour MACD golden cross, that's a sign of deceleration for drop, because look at the daily and weekly, it's just horrible. Anyhow, best of luck, and please subscribe, like, share, and if you like, join the service. I share more details and intraday activities there. And thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.